For more than 5 decades, William Roger Lewis has made a name for himself as an internationally renowned historian and educator whose expertise has been shared across numerous academic institutions and venues. Born in Michigan but raised in Oklahoma, Mr. Lewis developed a love for learning from a young age, and upon graduating from high school, earned a Bachelor of Arts from the University of Oklahoma in 1959, a Master of Arts from Harvard University in 1960, and then a Doctor of Philosophy from Oxford University in England in 1962. While a graduate student of history at Harvard and Oxford, he discovered his passion for the history of the British Empire and quickly decided that would be the focus of his research and teachings as he headed into his career. He found success as an assistant professor turned associate professor of history at Yale University between 1962 and 1970, and then became a professor of history at the University of Texas at Austin in 1970, a position he has held for 50 years, in addition to serving as Director of British Studies at the school since 1975. In the midst of teaching, he also obtained an honorary Doctor of Letters from Oxford University in 1979. Mr. Lewis has excelled as Kerr Chair of English History and Culture and a distinguished teaching professor at the University of Texas at Austin since 1985 and 1998, respectively. In 1998, he received a Doctor of Philosophy from Westminster College. Outside of his primary endeavors, he has lectured on history at the University of Oxford, London School of Economics, Nottingham University, British Academy, University of Connecticut, Rice University, University of Ohio, and in Tel Aviv. He also served as a distinguished visiting professor at American University in Cairo in 2001, a member of the U.S. State Department Historical Advisory Committee from 2002 to 2008, the founding director of the National History Center from 2001 to 2013, and a trustee for the British Empire Museum from 2005 to 2013. He served as president of the American Historical Association in 2001. Throughout his accomplished career, Mr. Lewis has balanced teaching and lecturing with prolific writing as the author and editor of countless books released in every decade since the 1960s. These have included Germany's Lost Colonies in 1967, The Congo Reform Movement in 1968, British Strategy in the Far East 1919 to 1939 in 1971, Imperialism at Bay in 1977, British Empire in the Middle East in 1984, In the Name of God Go, Leo Amery and the British Empire in the Age of Churchill in 1992, The Oxford History of the 20th Century in 1998, A Revolutionary Year, the Middle East in 1958 in 2002, and Serendipitous Adventures with Britannia in 2019, among numerous others. He also served as editor-in-chief of the Oxford History of the British Empire in 1998 and 1999. In light of his achievements in academia, he has been named Professor of the Year for Teaching, Research, and Service at the University of Texas in 2009, and as a National Endowment of the Humanities Fellow at the American Institute of Indian Studies, a Guggenheim Fellow, a Visiting Fellow at All Souls College, and an Overseas Fellow at Churchill College. In 2010, he was appointed to the John W. Klug Center Chair for Countries and Cultures of the North at the Library of Congress. Mr. Lewis has remained connected to his field over the course of several decades as an affiliate of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, American Historical Association, Council on Foreign Relations, Texas Institute of Letters, Reform Club, Metropolitan Club, Woodrow Wilson International Center, and Royal Historical Society. With his wife of more than 40 years, Dagmar Cecilia Friedrich, he especially enjoys spending time with his 2 children, Anthony Andrew Lewis and Catherine Ann Lewis.